All right, today we have the Carolina Panthers. For those of you that are new, you're probably thinking, why the hell are you talking about the Carolina Panthers? Because we're covering every single NFL team during the dog days of summer here. And today we're working our way through the NFC South, and we are on the Carolina Panthers. What do? We recap last season. We look at some offseason transactions. We check out their draft picks. We go and look at relevant salary cap stuff or headlines that happened over the offseason. So much happens in the offseason, right? I mean, we have, free agency hits in March. You have the draft in April, and then you got all these other sports and things that go on. There's a lot of the times I sit there and I go, well, hey, that's right. I forgot that coach went there, or that free agent signed there, or, there's little tiny things here and there. That's a good little refresher. So that's what we like to do in these videos, kind of just refresh everything as we're about to head into 2024 season. And then we do preview their 2024 season. Then we take a look at the betting market and see what the bettors expect from this team and see if we agree, disagree, if we can find some gems, make a little money. That's what we like to do here. So today, yes, unfortunately, we do have to talk about the terrible Carolina Panthers. Not much to say about last season, Cricket. 2-15. Terrible. Good thing is they ended up with the number 1 overall pick, so they were able to, oh, wait. They traded that pick to Chicago and gave it to them. Interesting. What do you got for the Carolina Panthers, Cricket?
Good morning, Time Bomb. Do us a favor, try to smile today, man. We're keeping you entertained, obviously. I think the Carolina Panthers are terrible. And they're going to continue to be terrible. I think they traded away way too much in that Bryce Young trade. We pulled that up yesterday or the other day. We were like talking about all the stuff that the Bears actually got out of this trade. And you look at like DJ Moore, Caleb Williams. I mean, it's like,
yeah, we looked at it yesterday. It was
you did all this for a quarterback that had a lot of question marks on him because he's not a very big guy. And we know that traditionally, outside of like Drew Brees, most of those quarterbacks under 6 foot do not pan out very well in the NFL there. So I feel like you gave a lot away there. I see. So we had some other, which we'll get into in a minute, some other key departures, in my opinion, that have moved on from the team since last season. So I think it's going to be more of the same, man. I think they're once again going to be in the top 5 as far as draft picks go and all that. And I'm thinking 3 or 4 wins. This team got to 5 wins. It shocked me.
Yeah. And, what's even worse about that trade is the fact that the quarterback that got drafted right behind your pick, it was offensive rookie of the year and looks like a stud and looks like he's going to be a good player in the league for the next decade. Good morning to Time Bong, who is very salty in the chat today. It's okay, man. Hey, if you don't like sports, that's fine. That's cool. Do your thing.
If you don't like sports,
talk your ish in there. That's fine. Go ahead. Talk your talk in there. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's
cool. We welcome everyone here.
We got to do what you got to do. I know Bold can hold his own in there. We're good. Appreciate you being here, though. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Let's see. So let's go to Carolina Panthers transactions.
Couple
what stands out to you? What couple things that stand out to you?
You bring over a guy that I've expected a lot more out of that hadn't really panned out in the last few years, but Deontay Johnson, wide receiver from the Steelers, comes over in a trade there. They did lose Bradley Bozeman, the center, lost Brian Burns, the big edge rusher that's moved on to the Giants. Now I love Brian Burns, man. We've talked about him a lot. And so I think that is a big piece that they're going to have to try to replace all on that defensive line there. But outside of that, I don't see a lot that really, a lot of the receivers moved on. DJ Chark's moved on. Laviska Shenault has moved on. So
exercise their 5th-year option on J.C. Horn. That was smart.
Yeah.
That was smart.
Yeah. So,
they signed David Moore, not DJ Moore. That's right.
Yeah. And then they Hayden Hurst, who I know is an aging guy, but did handle a lot of the tight end reps for them last year.
But it's good to bring in some of those veterans,
Yeah. I mean,
especially when you got a young locker room, you need some veterans in there.
You do need some veterans in there. But yeah, no real big splashes here. Like I said, the biggest one for me, probably the biggest incoming acquisition here. I'm anxious to see what Deontay Johnson is going to be able to do with Bryce Young there. But the biggest loss got to be Brian Burns. And I think you're going to see, I know that center's one of the, you can plug and play there. And a lot of guys play center throughout their careers leading up to the NFL. So they can kind of plug and play for a week or two there. But I think losing Bozeman is going to be kind of a bigger deal for them too. Good player there. So I don't see anything that just stands out to me. But we knew this team was going to be bad here, man.
Yeah, I did. I like to pull up their depth chart, just take a look at some things, see what stands out. They got the Red Rifle as their backup quarterback. I was just in. I was wondering. By the way, apologies to anyone that like on the local side that got like 3 notification last night about this stream. Every time I went to go set it up, it said that it wouldn't work, but then it still created the stream, but it wasn't popping up on my end. And I'm like, what's going on? It says it's not working on the YouTube side of things. And it was because YouTube doesn't allow you to do the greater than sign, I guess, which I learned. So I had the greater than sign in there, so I had to change it for the YouTube side of things. So that's what that was the issue last night. I was just like, what are we doing? But I was setting this up, and yeah, you got Bryce Young, Chuba Hubbard, Deontay. I mean, they got some guys. But when your number one wide receiver last year was Adam Thielen, I think I'm going to go under Adam Thielen this year.
You
Guys, I think 34. There's no way that he should be like we should be betting overs on his season totals. You know what I mean? Like
it feels like one of those seasons that he's going to wind up getting banged up. And like I said, the aging guy there. Good morning, Nuke. Good to see you. I'm not going to read your whole name because I don't want to like anger God or anything. But he said the Vikings should retire the whole damn team.
Your name, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to read the whole thing because I don't want to anger.
Oh my god, it's not like that. What your name stands for is hilarious. I think it's hilarious that you made that your name. And
I'm
surprised
that they let you make that,
dude,
bro.
That's funny. I'm sorry.
Free speech platform.
Yeah, dude, go do your thing. Do your thing. One thing that I was just shocked. I didn't realize they signed Jadeveon Clowney. This dude has almost played for every single team in the league. I feel like.
Well, yeah, bro. His jersey collection would be pretty cool in his house. Don't you know?
All off of. Imagine if he never, if Jadeveon Clowney never had that big hit in that Michigan game.
Oh, bro. Well, I mean, Jadeveon Clowney was a big time. He was the number 1 recruit coming out of high school.
Yeah, he was, but I feel like that big hit really helped.
How could it not? He basically he ripped that guy's head from his shoulders.
But I'm proud of my guy because he's got $85 million in career earnings. So good for him.
Saying. He ain't even a journeyman.
Look at this. He signed a 2-year, $20 million contract with the Panthers. My man just keeps getting money. He keeps getting paid $12 million guaranteed.
Good agent.
And he's basically playing 1 year for $12 million. I'm proud of him.
And hell, 1 year for him, that's going to be like 26 plays or something.
That's true. That's true. Good for him. Good for him. Okay, let's get into the Panthers draft picks, right?
Yeah, let's do the draft. Let's talk about this draft a little bit because I do like this draft for them. This is the way they're going to have to do it too, man. They're going to have to be able to take advantage of some lower round picks and find some gems in there and some guys can be productive players for them. But I do kind of
you know what really sucks for them is they really could have used that number 1 overall pick, not just to take a quarterback, obviously because they got to go with their guy that they took, but they could have traded that thing away and just to get draft capital, especially this season with Caleb Williams. Like, what you would have got for Caleb Williams?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
imagine if they drafted Caleb, like if they had the number 1 pick and they drafted Caleb Williams and you have 2 Heisman Trophy quarterbacks on your team.
Oh, God. Yeah. Neither one of them going to be shit.
Yeah, that's right. Let's see. So they ended up trading up into the first round.
They did. I think they got this from it's like from Kansas City through Buffalo. So one of those weird.
Yeah, didn't Buffalo trade to Kansas City? They took a guy that Buffalo fans were like, why do we continue to trade with Kansas City? And they end up taking a guy that ends up burning us later on in the playoffs.
It's your own fault, bro. Quit giving them those picks.
So then they took that pick that they traded and they traded again with it. But yeah, they ended up taking a wide receiver, Xavier Leggett. Is that how you say that?
Yep. He's this guy's got a pretty unique blend of size and speed here. At 221 pounds, he did run a 4.39 40 at the combine, so still a burner at 221 pounds, 6'1", so got great size. Averaged 17.7 yards per catch in 2023 at South Carolina there. So he's a threat to take it deep, man. Finds a seam there, but a strong player here. Kind of went a little higher than I expected him to in this spot, but not a bad pickup in my opinion. I really like this next pick though.
Oh, you do?
I do. I like this next pick a lot, man. I like Jonathan Brooks, the running back out of Texas. He will be coming off.
I was going to tease it, man. I was going to tease it. Cricket, we had a perfect opportunity there.
Tease it,
Tell me about this guy out of Texas, though. Texas could use this guy this year because their number 1 quarterback just went down for the season.
Uh-oh. What?
Did you see that?
No, we'll get back to that in a second. But anyways, this guy right here, he's been like kind of overshadowed by obviously Bijan Robinson and Roschon Johnson on the depth chart for the last couple seasons or first 2 seasons of his career at Texas. He will be coming off a torn ACL, suffered in November there, but should be ready to go. They may ease him back into it. But this was the number 1 ranked running back in this class this year. He got a grade of 86 at 6 foot, 216 pounds. Did kind of have a breakout season there, but this is a guy I think can develop into a 3-down back. A lot of times we see running back by committee in the NFL there. You got your bruiser and you also got your guy that can catch pass out of the backfield. This guy can be both. I do think he will wind up being the best running back on this roster. The roster includes Chuba Hubbard and is Miles Sanders still there?
No, so, Sanders is hold on.
I can't remember if he moved on or not. Either way, I think this guy's going to wind up being the starting running back for this team and going to get the lion's share of the carries.
There's Miles Sanders there. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you do got 2 respectable running backs there, but to me, guys that have been kind of flashes in the pan. They don't really string together multiple great games. They'll have a good one here and there, but I think Jonathan Brooks is the running back of the future for this team. And I like this pick a lot, man. I think you got some good value getting him with the 14th pick in the second round right here. And because I think he would have definitely been a first-round pick, maybe late first round, had he not torn the ACL down there last year. So it's all obviously depends on how he responds to that coming back from injury. But I do like this pick a lot, man. I think this guy's going to be a good player.
Yeah.
Give me like Aaron Jones vibes, It's kind of a guy you can compare him to. I said this guy gives me Aaron Jones vibes. That type of player can catch the ball out of the backfield, but can also stick his nose in there, run between the tackles. I like this pick, man. I do. I think you got some good value here for the Carolina Panthers.
Okay. Hey, if you like it, you like it, man. I'm here with you. This next pick is one that I think was the steal of the draft. All right. But before we get into that, Cricket, I got to tell you about
it. Yeah. So tell me why you think this next pick's the steal of the draft, man. Uh-oh.
Good morning.
What's up, bro? You just he like Candyman, bro. You just say his name 3 times, he shows up.
I know. That's what I was saying. Speaking of this kid, the reason why I think this is a steal of the draft of this third round, their third round pick, was just because I wanted to tease lead into that sponsorship breed. I have no idea who this dude is.
Well, a little bit of value here for this guy. He did tie for the 4th fastest 40-yard dash among linebackers at the combine with 4.51. Got great pursuit and closing speed there. He does have the ability to cut underneath and pluck some of those passes off against the tight ends going underneath and all that stuff. So, played a lot of big-time football out there at Kentucky. Played some big-time matchups. So, I like this guy, man. I didn't really expect him to go this high right here. But I think in the 3rd round, you can take a gamble on this cap. And obviously, they saw something they like there. The next pick is one that I really do think they got a lot of value on. We'll scroll down in a minute on that one. But the first pick of the 4th round, Jatavion Sanders, the tight end out of Texas. This guy was the number 2 ranked tight end in this class behind Brock Bowers. We know how much of a stud Brock Bowers is. Got a grade of 80 at the combine, but he's got great bursts, separate from the linebackers. Can win the 50-50 balls, good size at 6'4", 245 right there. Once again, has played in a lot of big-time matchups. So you'll notice that a lot of these draft picks from the Carolina Panthers, all from Power 5 conferences right here. So, but I do think this guy, Jatavion Sanders right here, falling all the way to the 4th round, I expected to see him go probably really top half of the 3rd round in this thing and maybe even a bottom half 2nd if somebody just liked him. But obviously this, he fell a little bit right here. But I do think they got some value on this. You got rid of Hayden Hurst last year. I think this guy's going to step in and get some reps pretty early on in this thing. So I do like Jatavion Sanders. I think they got some value having him slip all the way to the 4th round. In the 5th round with the 22nd pick, they got Chow Smith-Wade, one of Will's Washington State Cougars right there, the cornerback from up on the Palouse. He's, he's more of a quick guy than fast, of the burning speed. Got great footwork and all that, good balance. He can match up underneath, reads the quarterback well. So, a guy, once again, you're gambling in the late rounds there, but not a bad pickup. And then you got in the 6th round, 24th pick, Jaden Crumedy, defensive tackle out of Mississippi State there, versatile defensive lineman. Got good size, length, and strength. And can
Go Cougs!
Go Cougs, man. Yeah, got you a Coug in there. So Jaden Crumedy there, another big guy, 6'4", 301 there, the interior defensive line. And then the last pick, they got Michael Barrett out of Michigan, linebacker there. Finished his career with the most games played in program history. He played 64 games for the Michigan Wolverines. He is a smaller, kind of undersized linebacker at 5'11", 233 there, but does have decent speed, got really good hips and hands. So a guy that obviously won the national championship last year, so he's played in a plethora of big games up there at Michigan. But, a guy that you're gambling, I don't mind this all in the 7th round. You get a guy from a big-time program like this. Like I said, a little undersized there, but if he winds up coming through for you, could be a key contributor for you for a few years to come.
Yeah, pretty good draft. Pretty good draft for them. I mean, steal of the draft was that Washington State cornerback. That guy has got a lot of reps. Trust me, I know. Our defense.
I do think they got a couple guys in here that got potential to be steals of this draft.
Yeah, 4.54 40.
Yeah, but the big tight end Jatavion Sanders out of Texas, and then the other guy out of Texas, Jonathan Brooks, the running back. I think both those guys could be potential, big time steals in this draft, just from the respect of where they got picked at.
Man, no one would know you're an SEC fan the way you're just loving Texas today.
Well, they're in the SEC now, so.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
And I don't love Texas. I don't love Texas at all. I just
by the way, Texas did lose their running back for the season.
I thought you said quarterback.
Oh no, running back Baxter for the season. That's why I was saying they could use this running back that got drafted.
Oh, okay.
Their number one.
I got you. I got you. Yeah. I did see a little bit on that. I didn't know that when the news came out, they hadn't ruled him out for the season yet. But they said they thought it was going to kind of lean that way.
Yeah,
that sucks, man. I hate seeing that.
So do I. I hate it. I hate it for the college kids. Like,
right,
I mean,
right,
I hate anyone getting injured in the professional ones, but really the college guys that got, they're trying to get there to the league. They're trying to make a name for themselves. Like when a guy's got a nice contract in the NFL, at least he's got that to fall back on.
Especially a guy like him that you've seen come in, kind of pay his dues and wait his time to be able to get in there, and you finally get your shot, and that's just bad luck, man.
It's terrible luck. By the way, yes, Bold. Now it's time to go get some Buffalo. I got some Buffalo Trace whiskey, actually. Stuff's good. You ever had Buffalo Trace whiskey?
I have had Buffalo Trace. Pretty good stuff.
I like it. It's good. Good cheap whiskey.
Yep.
Let's take a look. So we get to play Guess the Lines now. This is my favorite part. My favorite part of the day. This is gonna be tough, dude. Also, no, I don't remember any of the picks that we talked about with Carolina. So
yeah, I don't think you're gonna get any of these, right?
I'm probably not. Those of you that don't know, what we like to do is we like to preview the 2024 season by playing Guess the Lines. The betting odds for all these games are up, and I'm going to try to guess exactly what the current odds are.
I'm going to bet.
I'll give you a little hint. I'm going to give you a hint. I'm going to miss a lot by the hook. I'm that good. I'm that close that I miss it by the hook.
I would take one of those. I got to sweat all 4 quarters, man. Taking under 0.5 right here.
Under 0.5?
Under 0.5.
All right. Well, we start off. They go on the road to the Saints. I'm gonna say the Saints are 4.5 point favorites.
Saints -5 home against.
I told you guys.
I told you it's a Texas day. Hook 'em horns.
And that's how you know I didn't cheat and look at week 1's lines.
Right. We just did that one yesterday. Just did it.
I just told you I'm not going to remember anything from yesterday. It's good. It's a new day, Cricket. It's a new day. It's a new day. Okay. Do I have one of those things in here, by the way? No, I don't. Okay. So the Chargers, they're home against the Chargers. Man, this is tough because we don't know what we're going to expect from LA. And we've already done the Chargers, but that was like a month ago. So Chargers 6-point favorites.
Panthers +3 at home against the Chargers.
Are you kidding me?
Pretty gross.
I know that Herbert's got no one to throw to, but
I feel like they're kind of high on these Panthers based off some of these lines.
Damn. Okay, then they got to go out to LA or out to LV, Vegas. Vegas 3.5 point favorites.
Raiders -4 at home against the Panthers. All over it, bro. All over it.
You gotta be kidding me. Okay. Then home against Cincinnati, Bengals 8.5 point favorites.
Panthers +6.5 at home against the Bengals.
Are you kidding me?
Under a touchdown? You better get on that now.
Yeah, I ain't gonna. I'll tell you, September 29th, that line is not gonna be under a touchdown. That's for sure. They gotta go out to Chicago. Ooh, former number 1 overall pick versus the new number 1 overall pick because you traded and drafted that guy. The storyline that week is gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Chicago. Since you said it's gonna be weird lines, I'm gonna say Chicago 4.5 point favorites.
Bears -5.5 at home against the Panthers.
Oh my god!
When you said it's gonna be weird, I was like, oh, he's gonna get this one. Damn it.
Okay, and then home against Atlanta. We just did this yesterday. No, we didn't. We didn't do it yesterday. We're doing this tomorrow.
Are we?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Hot Atlanta. They're home against Hot Atlanta. Everyone's high on Hot Atlanta. Atlanta 5-point favorites.
Panthers +3.5 at home against the Falcons.
Son of a gun. Let's see. Home, and then they got to go out to Washington. I'm going to say the Commanders are 4-point favorites.
Commanders -3 at home against the Panthers.
Gee, that was an easy one. What am I doing? I'm psyching myself out.
Got that under 0.5 bet on you, put a little pressure.
Denver. This one's going to be gross. Go to Denver. I'm going to say Denver. Oh, God, this one's tough. Denver. Denver 3.5 point favorites.
Denver -2.5 at home against the Panthers.
I was going to go 2.5 or 3.5. I was trying to figure out which side I was going to be on. Dang it. Then they're home against New Orleans. 5-point favorites. It's been swinging. I'm going to say the Saints are 2.5 point favorites.
Panthers +1 at home against the Saints.
I should have done the 4. The 4.
The
half would have been through the hook. What are we doing? Then they're playing over in Germany against the Giants. This was a weird line. I remember because I was like, man, we got to bet this. Wasn't it? Yeah, this was a weird line. I remember because it was like, I was like, man, we got to bet this now. I'm going to say Giants are 3-point favorites.
Panthers +1 in Germany.
I knew it was weird because I was like, we got to bet this now. We got it.
It's too low.
It's too low. They're going to bye week and they're home against Kansas City. 10.5 point favorites.
Panthers +7 at home against the Chiefs.
What?
Indeed. I just read them like I see them, y'all. I ain't setting these lines myself.
Tampa Bay, home against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. Oh, Tampa Bay. We just did this the other day. What can I say? I forget. Hey.
Sound like Jameis, man.
I know, right? Tampa Bay, 3.5 point favorites.
Panthers +2 at home against the Bucs.
It's disgusting. Then they got to go out to Philly. Philly, 8.5 point favorites.
Panthers +7.5 at the Eagles.
Dude, they're giving way too much credit. And they're home against Dallas. Dallas, 6.5 point favorites.
Oh, golly. You would get that one. Panthers +6.5 at home against the Cowboys.
Cashed it. Now I don't have to worry about it. I don't sit here and stress it.
God,
home against Arizona. Arizona, 3.5 point favorites.
Panthers +1 at home against Arizona.
That is disgusting. Then they got to go out to Tampa. Tampa is going to be 4.5 point favorites.
Tampa Bay -5 at home against the Panthers.
I think I did 4.5 yesterday too, or the other day when we did Tampa, which was yesterday, right? Yeah,
2 days ago.
What did we do yesterday?
Saints.
That's right. I really don't remember these.
It's pretty clear. You can't even remember who we're supposed to do from day to day.
There's a lot going on over here.
A lot going on. My guy's busy.
A lot going on. And then we got Atlanta. So at Atlanta, week 18s always get me. Let's see. What was the other Atlanta one? It was weird. They were home against Atlanta, and they got to go to Atlanta. Atlanta 6-point favorites. It's going to be lower than that, actually.
Panthers +6.5 at the Falcons.
By the hook. What a way to end it. What a way to end it, huh?
Golly. I tried to take the alt total under.
You almost had it.
Burned in the fourth quarter, as is tradition.
You should have bet the exact 3 hooks. I think I had 3 hooks on there.
Oh, are we betting hooks and stuff now? Oh, I'll bet.
You can bet whatever you want, man. We'll take action on anything.
It's my sports book. I make the bets.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's take a look at the division futures and the betting markets for this team as No surprise to anyone. They are not favored to win their division. They are actually the least favorite. They're 11-1. You can get plus 1,100. Panthers win the NFC South, which if you had to pick any one of these long shots out of all these divisions, you probably just would gamble on the Panthers just because the NFC South seems to always be up in the air.
Garbage.
You know what I mean? Like if you were forced to pick one of these people, like Cardinals, Vikings, Cardinals might actually be sneaky. Denver, Titans, Steelers, Patriots. I feel like Carolina would be your best shot.
What were the Titans up there? We ain't to them yet, but I just want. What was that?
9-1.
9-1. Yeah, they're not winning the division. That ain't worth it either.
They ain't doing it. That's right, Loki. Hit the like button.
Yeah, thanks, man. Bold says if the hook counted, Will might go undefeated one of these days.
Ain't that the truth?
Undefeated never lost.
If you give me plus minus a half,
bro.
Oh man,
let's go.
That's a wide range. That'd
be an easy
game for you. That game one day. We might have to play that game one day.
We love games around here, man.
Conference futures, if you're very bullish on them, you can get the Panthers at 125-1 to win the NFC and go to the Super Bowl.
Don't even waste your dollar on that.
If you're really bullish on them to win the Super Bowl, if you think the Carolina Panthers are going to be your world champions come this February, you can get them at a whopping 300-1. I don't think I've ever seen a 300-1 in NFL before. It's always like I think 200-1 is the most I've seen, and we got two of them.
We got two of them. Yeah, I mean
hawk two of them. You know what I mean?
Hawk two of them. That's right. Yeah, I wouldn't waste my dollar on either one of those bets, y'all.
Let's see. What we just went through all the lines. Were the Panthers? They weren't favored in any of their games, were they?
Let's see here. No, sir.
I don't think they were.
Not favored in any of that.
I think there was a couple plus ones.
Yeah, a couple plus ones. I don't see any right here. Let me scroll back up and see if I can find.
Now, obviously, they are going to win a game. More likely than not, they might not, but more likely than not, they are going to win a game. But how can you? How can you lay minus 130 betting over 5.5 wins when they're not favored in any of their games? That does not seem like smart betting to me, Cricket.
They're not favored in any of their games. They also are the only team that does not have a single primetime game this season. So I mean, we talked about that when the schedule was released, but yeah, they were the one game over in Germany.
Thank God.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. We don't want to watch that shit. But
I feel like this probably is the best value you can get under 5.5 wins at even money. I mean, that's just.
I'd go under 4.5.
You can take an all total under, but I'm just thinking like this should be the favorite. This should be minus money to go under 5.5. If they're not favored in any of these games, not a lot of stuff can happen. But I mean, 6 wins is a lot of wins in the NFL. It's tough to get 6 wins.
I feel like those are backwards. I feel like under 5.5 should be like minus 140. And I feel like over 5.5 should be about plus 110.
Yeah, and knowing Bet Online, they probably got these wrong. And if you bet it, they're going to cancel the bet.
Yeah, they'll cancel it on you or some shit. Pieces of shit.
Yeah, bastards. You can get under 3.5 wins at plus 350.
I'd bet that one.
That one's kind of nice.
That's my best bet for the Carolina Panthers, under 3.5 wins.
There you have it, folks. There you have it. Best bets just dropping left and right. I would bet both of them because, for example, let's say you threw $50 on this under 3.5 wins at plus 350. You threw $50 on it. If you throw $50 on the under 5.5, it's like a free roll as long as they don't get to 6 wins. Even if they get to 4 or 5 wins, you're going to win the other one. Even money, it was just a free roll, so you're going to break even at the end of the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if they come close to looking like they're going to hit that 6th win, let's say they get 5 wins and they have a chance to get the 6th win, you'll have an opportunity to hedge out of that too.
Yeah. Because there's still going to be dogs in the game.
Yeah.
Every game.
You know, I swear, a lot of sports bettors, I think they try to do too much. They try to bet the board. And if you would just focus on, I know it's not fun, but if you would just focus on one team or one division, I say this with player props. If you just focus on one team and one division and you just study and you dig through and find stuff like this, like what we're talking about here, and build a portfolio that way, I know it's super hard and super tempting not to go bet. But if your main goal is just to build a bankroll and try to win as many units as possible, I feel like focusing on one division and becoming an expert in that division in the NFL and only betting in that division would be the better way to go than just trying to bet the whole slate of the NFL each week.
That's probably a good strategy in every professional sport.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I like that, man. It's just I'm never going to have the discipline to do it.
I know it's too tough. I like too many things. And I talk myself into. Well, I mean, I know we do these. I know these divisions really well, but
Right.
I gotta zero in on one of these times. Playoff specials to make the playoffs. Let's see. Carolina Panthers to make the playoffs. Yes, at plus 450. Ugh.
Don't bet.
This is gonna sound gross, but there's a lot of value in betting the minus 700 here, because this should be like minus 2,500, not minus 700.
I agree.
Because what is that? Was that like a minus 2,500? What is that? 4% chance that they make the playoffs? I feel that about that. A minus 2,500 is 4% chance. That
it might be higher than
high
that.
to me too. I would say that seems high to me too. Maybe it's a 2% chance, so this should be minus 5,000. So you actually would be getting value here, in my opinion.
You gotta look for those spots too, man. It's hard to. I don't like betting those, like especially a season-long wager there, but they're just giving that money away.
That's how a lot of people make their money. They find these big long shot bets like this, or not. I mean, like long odds, like heavy favorites, and they just say, "Well, that's free money." Like a Patriot likes to say here, "Free money on the floor. We pick it up.
Pick it up. Bend over. Pick it up, man." That is free money right there. They're not making the playoffs. They're going to smell the playoffs this probably the next 5 years.
Yes, indeed. But we'll see. Hey, Cricket.
Well, they play the game.
Is there any other odds you want to look at right here, or we good with the Panthers?
No, we're good. What is look? I just look at offensive rookie of the year.
Oh,
I'd like to see what Let me see the.
I'm gonna leave this up. I gotta go grab the little one real quick.
You're good, man. You're good. Do your thing there. Like I said, I'd like to see some of these and see what the odds might be on Jonathan Brooks, because I do think that guy's gonna, once he gets back in the lineup. Now it also depends on how long he's still recovering. Like I said, still recovering from that ACL injury back in November. And I was trying to see if I could see the odds on him there. He may not be on the list due to the. No, there he is at 33-1. 33-1 may be worth a couple dollars or something, just because I do think, like I said, I think that guy's going to get a lot of volume. He can catch passes out of the backfield, can run between the tackles. And if he comes back and he's 100% healthy, can kind of shake off that ACL injury, I do think the guy's going to get enough volume in the offense. And on a bad team, I mean, he could shine right there, but it's going to be hard for him to beat out some of the other guys, I think, for favorites. I mean, that's the only one I really see right there that I would maybe even put a little sprinkle on. I'm like, what's up, Lumpy? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hope everything is all right in your world, sir. But yeah, no, I don't think you're my best bet for the Carolina Panthers is going to be that under 3.5 wins at plus 350. I don't see. Blue, you have a good day, sir. Good luck to you, man. Be safe out there. We'll see you later on, man. But yeah, I think that's my best bet, under the 3.5 wins at plus 350. That's where I like the value. I'd also, like Will said, do the under 5.5 at even money there. I think that is a backwards line. I think it should be about minus 140 for the under 5.5, and probably somewhere around even money to plus 110 on the over 5.5. Like I said, it would blow my mind to see this team even get to 5 wins right there. He says, "Business, I turned mentally challenged and act a fool." It happens, man. Mama said to be dead. Good morning, Patriot. How you doing, sir? Good to see you in here. Hope all's well.
Patriot, we were just talking about you. You're talking about how you love when there's free money on the ground. We just walk by, we pick that thing up.
He's like Candyman too. Just say his name, bro. He shows up.
That's right. You see, Lumpy says, "Happy Friday, everyone." Good morning, Lumpy. Is it Friday? It is Friday, isn't it?
All day, man.
When I have these days off in the middle of the week, they throw me for a loop. But yeah, we were talking about Patriot. Panthers to miss the playoffs is minus 700. That's free money on the ground. I know it's minus 700, but that's free money on the ground. That thing should be like minus 5,000. Ain't no way, even in that terrible division. Ain't no way. But there you have it, folks. There's our recap, or our recap and preview of the Panthers 2024 season. Not looking good. Recap real quick. Best bet, under 5.5 wins at even money. And Cricket's best bet is
under 3.5 wins at plus 350. And I wouldn't hate you for putting a little sprinkle on Jonathan Brooks there at 33-1. Obviously, rookie of the year. Just a little sprinkle, man. $2-3.
Yes. And also bonus best bet under Adam Thielen props. How about that?
Oh yeah, that's a bonus. Yeah, I bet those.
Bonus best bet. There you
Don't
have it.
draft him in fantasy, y'all.
Yep. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you guys on the next video.